I think people stay in toxic relationships because they can't stand to be alone. It's weird because I absolutely love being by myself. I think it's relaxing if I'm around people too long, especially staticky people. I get agitated. It's like, no, I want to go home and I want to be quiet. But I don't think that's usual. I don't think most people are like me and prefer their own company. And frankly, I think that's too bad because I sincerely think that when you're alone, that's when you do your best work. That's when you grow your confidence. That's when you can plan your next move. That's when you can build the energy to pursue your goals and give life to your dreams. You can't do that if you're around a lot of people all the time, because unless they're the right people, meaning they're like-minded, they're goal-oriented, they're action-oriented, they're going to prevent you from moving forward. And I think while that might not be quintessential toxic relationships, that is in a way toxic company, because you need time to plan your next move. You know, if you're at all ambitious, you need time to suss out which direction you want to go, what habits you may need to build, what habits you may need to stop. You need time and space to do that. And a lot of times it helps if you do that alone, because when you're constantly in company, you get a lot of input. You don't necessarily need all that input. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people will tell you what they think, and the byproduct of that is they give you negativity. They may not be doing it on purpose, but when they're telling you what they think, it's being filtered through their experiences, through what they've heard, what they've learned, what they've seen, and that's not always what you need to hear. So I think one of the biggest skills that you can cultivate as someone who is goal-oriented, action-oriented, someone who has dreams and wants more than, say, the status quo, you need to learn how to be alone, because when you're alone, you can get things done. Now, I realize that everybody has a different personality type. Some people thrive in company, but you have to make sure that that thriving is actually moving forward and not just engaging, on a social level, because there's a difference between talking and planning. There's a difference between engaging and strategizing. And a lot of times you need quiet to do that, unless, like I said, you're around people who are of like mind. And yeah,